Why are individual animal stories important for local wildlife? Imagine walking through a park and hearing about a squirrel that learned to find food in urban areas or a bird that survived a storm. These stories are more than just tales, they are keys to understanding our local wildlife. When we hear about a specific animal's life, it becomes real and relatable. It helps us see that these creatures have their own struggles, habits, and personalities. This connection makes us care more about their well-being. Sharing individual stories helps us learn about local species and where they live. For example, a story about a fox that roams city streets shows how animals adapt to human environments. It also highlights the importance of protecting their habitats. When we see how animals interact with their surroundings, it makes ecological concepts easier to understand. These stories show us that wildlife is not just distant animals but part of our daily lives. Stories about individual animals can change how we think about conservation. When people see a story about a bird recovering from an injury or a deer avoiding danger, they feel inspired to help. Educational programs that feature specific animals often encourage people, especially children, to care for nature. Kids who hear these stories may grow up with a stronger sense of responsibility for protecting wildlife. Local stories also show how communities can work together to coexist peacefully with animals. For example, a story about farmers using natural methods to protect their livestock from predators can inspire others. These stories demonstrate that humans and wildlife can share spaces without conflict. They show practical ways to live alongside animals while respecting their needs. In wildlife management, individual animal stories help scientists and conservationists track health and behavior. Following a particular animal can reveal threats like disease or habitat loss. These stories can motivate people to support research and conservation efforts. They turn abstract issues into tangible examples that everyone can understand. Ultimately, these stories satisfy our curiosity about how animals live and survive. They make local wildlife more real and meaningful. When we connect with individual animals, we are more likely to care and take action to protect the rich diversity of life around us.